a wonderful weekend. I haven't hardly been home all weekend. My kids have kidnapped me and took me away, but it's okay. Amen. Thank God for grown kids. Thank you, Jesus. But I thank God for how good He's been to me and how good and how beautiful today has been already. And they're not done yet, I hear. But anyway, I thank God for everything He's done for me. And I thank God for even a lot of you who I haven't seen in a while. Sister Boosie's here in the house. Sister Williams. Sister Boosie. That's my Sister Boosie. But anyway, I thank God for just her and amen, how God has healed and how He has brought through. Sister Paula, different ones. And to see Sister India and Brother Cole in today. Amen. All of you, Sister Cinda Faye. Amen. I thank God. I thank God. Amen. Sister Norma. Amen. God's been good. God's been good. Amen. Today's a beautiful day. Let's not sit down on God. Let's not give up on God. Because He won't give up on you. Amen. He won't give up on you. Amen.
Sister Paula. Oh, Sister Paula. The devil thought that we was going to be going down for the last call. I was trying to recover, and then they said, pray for Sister Paula. Sister Paula was trying to recover. They said, pray for Sister Epps. Cancer trying to take us out, but we still here. Look at what God has done for us. What you see is a miracle. What you see is God's favor. What you see is a praying missionary. What you see is God is not done.
the wrong diagnosis. He's turning it around. He will turn it around. Real, I'm a witness. I'm a living witness. It ain't nobody but Jesus. It's Jesus. All right. He can do it. He can do it. He can do it. All you got to do is ask. Just ask. Line up. Line up. He's
God gonna give you a private experience. So you ain't wanting everybody to be all in your business and all out to be seen. But I'm asking God to give you a private experience. Oh yeah. So you just sit back and just watch it. But you take note of everything. But see, God, you don't have to be. He's God. He can do what he want to do. You can be in the hospital. You can be in the kitchen as your mother was, and God will give her the Holy Ghost right in the middle of the kitchen in her home. You remember that testimony? Yes. So God will give you a private experience. She was heavy behind her. Y'all say a private experience. A private experience. Your own home. That way you can shout, you can cry, you can do what you want to do, you can have your PJs on, you can sit there eating some oatmeal, and God's going to visit you. That's how much you have me. That's how much you know where your heart's at. Listen, I love you so much, I'm going to meet you at your family. That's how much I love you. That's how much I love you. That's how much I love you. It's going to be me like you. God and Jesus with you. A private. I want you to tell him thank you for the private experience. Thank you for the private experience. Thank you. Say, come on, baby, come on. For the private experience. Shima, won't you pray? As we pray at this time, we ask my daughters, she's going to lead us to the throne of grace at this moment.
Hallelujah, Father God, you're already here. You were already here before we came in. Lord, we came in with an expectation of your move, God. I thank you for your word already. I thank you for what you've done already. Lord God, you are present. Let us be present in your presence, Father God. Lord God, let us reach up and touch you like we never have before. Let us reach down and dig unto you, Lord God, like we have never done before. Father God, I thank you for your vessel. Oh, the glory of the Lord is on her, Lord God. I thank you. I thank you for the word that she is about to bring forth, Lord God. I know it is meant for this church. It is meant for this hour. It is meant for every person that is in here, Lord God. Let us receive it. Lord God, let us embed it into our hearts, into our walk. Let it manifest, Lord God. If we leave this place, it will not depart from us, Lord God. Let us receive it in the name of Jesus. Give her the strength, Lord God. Fill her mouth with your word that will not return void. Lord God, I thank you and I praise you, Lord God. We are standing here in expectation, Lord God. Deliver. In Jesus' name, amen.
Lord, I know the Lord. I know the Lord. I know the Lord. I know the Lord has laid his hand on me. He laid his hand. He laid his hand. He laid his hand. He laid his hand on me. His healing hand. His healing hand. His healing hand. I know the Lord. so quick. Before I could sit up in the office, it was just like, let's schedule. It was on a Friday. They said we got surgery scheduled Wednesday. So I managed to get a second opinion and do all that, went through all that. And they verified, yes, it is. But everything is so quick. Within a couple of weeks, I had to go. But in that time, I was saying, Sister India, and I'm not trying to put her business all out, but she was a trooper. Because when you go through something like that, you find out who your friends are. A lot of people say, and the enemy would play tricks with my mind, say, all the people you prayed for, you've done this and that, we're up there now. People say, we're going to come see you, we're going to do that. They have yet to even call, come by, anything. But I thank and I praise God because right off the bat, she was just giving me information, encouraging me, telling me her testimony, what she had gone through. And it was such an encouragement. Sister Joy, Sister Tashima, and different ones. And a lot of you didn't know, so I'm not trying to beat up on anybody, but I'm just saying, when you're hit with something like that, the enemy plays with your mind and he tells you this is it, you're going out like this, and that's it, you're not going to be cured, or whatever the situation. He plays with your mind when you're there and you're not at church. That's why, as the mothers told us, put your time in. Well, you can praise God. When I was singing this morning, that is the time that you need to praise God, because some of us could be sitting with diseases right now and you don't know it. So, and some of us pull through and some of us don't pull through. But nevertheless, God is a good God. He's still a good God. I'm not, woe is me, and why did you pick me? No, thank God you did, and you gave me enough grace to come through. I remember sitting in the office at the radiation clinic, and I was sitting there getting ready to get instructions of what I needed to do, and I was sitting there, my back was turned, kind of looking out the door. And there was two men behind me, and one of them I know was going to make, they told him to the end of the year is what he had. And the other man, I don't know how long he had, but they were saying that they know that they weren't going to come out, and they were just basically living life to the fullest to come through. And I sat there and I began to cry because it was so overbearing to hear them talk about it and not knowing my situation. This lady walks up to me, this long blonde hair, looks like an angel. She said, my appointment was not until way later, but God told me to come early and I needed to pray for somebody. She said, you are sitting here and you are just glowing. You got this place lit up. So she said, may I pray for you? I know it's you. I just immediately began to cry because fear had set in my heart. And I was sitting here thinking, you don't know, Sister Paula, and radiation, you're talking about all these things that will happen and you got to change your diet, just all these things. And she said, you have got this place lit up. And she said, may I pray for you? I said, by all means, yes. And I laid on that woman's shoulder and cried like a baby. And this time the nurses came out and said, it's time for us to go over your instructions. I looked up with tears in my eyes. I said, just a minute. And they said, go ahead and finish praying. She began to pray. She said, I just want to tell you that God said, it's not over. She said, what it is a time of rest for you. And she said, God told me to tell you to rest. Take your time and rest, because she said, you are a giver and you have been given. But now God is going to pour it. He's going to pour it into you. She said, it's a testimony for what God is getting ready to do. I sat there. I never met this woman before in my life. I cried and I laid back on her. She stopped the prayer and started back a new prayer and said, woman of God, be encouraged. God sent me early. She was going in for her treatment herself with cancer, and here she was praying for me. She praying for me and said, God said for me to come early and pray for somebody needed me to pray for them in this place. I sat there and I said, God, I thank you. So I marched on them and there, got my instructions. When do we need to start radiation? I'm ready, because God is going to bring me out. God is a deliverer. Some of us want to pick and choose our route. But you can't pick and choose pick and choose the route that you want to go through. God will get the glory in the situation that He sees fit to get the glory. So just buckle up and say, yes, Lord. Muster up something. If you would just sit in your seat and begin to tap your feet. What the enemy wants to do is to stop your praise. What the enemy want to do is to shut you out. He don't want you to praise your God. He don't want you to tell him how good he is. He don't want you to tell him how much you love him. Tell somebody, but, if you will say, oh, how I love you. Oh, how I love you. You are the best thing that has ever happened unto me. Jesus is the best thing. Jesus is the best thing that ever happened. Ever happened. Jesus is the best thing. Jesus is the best thing. Jesus is the best thing that ever, that ever, that Jesus is the best thing. Need a neighbor high five. Say, Jesus is the best thing. Tell him, Jesus is the best thing. Come on and help me preach. Say, Jesus is the best thing. Jesus is the best thing that has ever happened. Ever happened. Ever happened. Ever happened. Ever. And think about your spiritual mother. That God bless some of you to have natural mothers. And think about that God chose you a good mother. God chose you a good mother. Y'all remember Mother Murphy, don't you? Y'all remember Brother Mose? Hey, listen. We be at the, is my big grandbaby sleep? Come here, Destiny. We be at our church, Sister Rose. We went to Lemoyne. She got to come up with me. Come on. Come on. Put your hands together. Come on. Show them how you do it. Show them how you do it when God gets good to you. Show them how you do it. Show them how you do it, baby. Praise your God.